Sports Rant. Today, I really want to talk about just something that's been floating around the internet. Just kind of the debate of recently. There was an interview, and LeBron talked about it. It's being the face of the league and what will happen after LeBron leaves, and really this whole this whole Michael Jordan. I want to give you my thoughts on it. But first, please like and subscribe. Go follow my socials at Another Sports Rant. I'm on everything. And if you're listening via podcast, please rate and review and subscribe to the podcast. That'd be awesome. Uh, Thank you. Appreciate it. So, um, what really, what's really got me going this last couple these, what gets me going? I am, I am of this, I am of a very unique camp when it comes to the goat debate. Uh, I really thought when I thought about it, basketball is a game is a team game. And when you try and individualize a team game, you'll get arguments and and this and whatever. It's a 5 game sport. And the reason we have this such heated GOAT debate is because the majority of us play basketball in the driveway, 1-on-1. You don't That's not the way basketball is played on a professional level. It's played 5-on-5. So we have this idea and this mindset that, oh, we play ones or we run ones. Let's run ones. You hear that all the time, right? You want to run some ones, right? Not playing king of the court. We're playing 5-on-5 basketball. So it's different. That being said, there's also the argument that so I don't really have like a just like a wholehearted like decision. I've been in both camps. I've kind of been I've been uh when I was younger, I was very Michael Jordan, very heavy, and then I kind of realized I was like, wait, I'd never really actually watched Michael Jordan play, so I can't actually genuinely defend it. That being said, it's like not necessarily if you watched him play or not, but still, it's I realized I was going off of YouTube highlights and The Last Dance and not necessarily off my own personal experiences. I was going off what other people said, not really doing my own research. So I kind of went back, did my own research, and I started, you know what, LeBron, his finals opponents were incredible. He is only 4-6 in the finals, but he went to 10 straight. There's blah, blah, blah. There's a lot. There's the arguments for LeBron, which we've all heard, and we've all heard the arguments for Jordan. And it got me realizing one of the big arguments that I hear from not even just in the Michael Jordan LeBron debate, just in general, just in like the hate of basketball is like, oh, it's not as physical as it used to be. And this really irks me because basketball has never been a game of physicality. Never has. Never will. Basketball is a game of finesse. If you want to play a physicality game, go play football. Go play rugby. Shit, even that Irish hurling. You want a sport of physicality? Yeah, go play those. Go play. Basketball is a game of finesse. Like soccer is a game of finesse. Tennis is a game of finesse. It's a game of yes, there is some physical aspects, but it's not the primary aspect of basketball. So it always kind of bugs me because if it was a game of physicality, I think we would have um, I think Shaq would be the GOAT because he was the most physically dominating player, but he's not. The two players we argue about the most are LeBron and Michael Jordan, who are incredibly when you think of a really good basketball, even if we're not even talking about the GOAT, just to talk about really great players in their time. We talk about Kobe Bryant. We talk about Steph Curry, who I think is probably number 3, but still, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, right? Those guys are insane finesse guys. Those are the guys we love and we cherish. That's what makes basketball awesome. Is because everybody can play it. It's a game that we've all played. Everybody goes and plays it in the park. Whether you play it in the park, in the hood, or you play it in your rich daddy's driveway with a glass backboard, everybody's played it. So, everybody has an opinion on it. But it has never, ever been about physicality. It is an aspect of the game, but you put 2 hands on a guy, it's a foul. You hug him, it's a foul. That the game is not a game of physicality. There are some physical aspects, but it is not a game of physicality. It is a game of finesse. And I will die on that hill, and that's kind of why the problems with the NBA right now and the problems with the league and the problems with basketball is, it's not as physical as it used to be. I mean, is basketball ever a physical game? No. But I do understand the arguments like the flops. Nobody likes a flopper or a faker. It makes bad television. Nobody likes and nobody likes a guy who bitches to the refs. Right? You don't like those guys who are like, I was talking to my friend about it. I hate it because it's you're taking advantage of the rules, and that's really what makes it feel dishonest. Is it feels like you're taking advantage of the rules, and it makes it hard to play defense. So it bugs me because yes, I have a friend who I tell him he's soft as shit constantly in basketball. He is 1,000% better than me, but it's like, yeah, because it's like, anytime I'm like playing physical defense, he tosses his head back, and it's like, oh, come on now, Cody, right? So it just feels dishonest. That's really the big takeaway from it that I feel from it. And I also get like I understand you're trying to be smart. Like everybody shits on SGA, they shit on James Harden. It's like, but it's kind of a smart way to get points to win basketball games. I know but it doesn't feel like the right way. So it makes people feel uncomfortable. And I understand that. It sucks. But there's another thing that we also feel like needs to be addressed too in the league right now, and that's load management. Kawhi Leonard, who I've talked about a lot, who actually I haven't talked about a lot, but I've talked about this before, and I want to talk about it again. It feels a little ridiculous at some point where it's just like, dude, I get it, you're resting your knee. It's an 82 game season, which I don't really understand why it's such a long fucking season. But the point I'm trying to get to is it sucks when you pay your hard-earned money just to see your favorite player in street clothes sitting there clapping, going woohoo right on the bench. Nobody wants to see that. And really, if you're playing Charlotte on a Tuesday in December, yeah, that's what you get from like Joel Embiid, who I also constantly shit on, but it's true. We see it a lot. See it a lot from every player. It's not just like this one certain aspect of people. And I think there's ways to fix this, and I think there are solutions. I think a shortened season. I think you kind of play with it a little bit. You kind of shorten seasons, or like my extreme idea would be like 20 games, but realistically, if you just like put it down to like 64 games or 50 games or started it like there's ways to fix it, but I'm not the commissioner, so I can't do fuck about it. But if you want to keep the 82 game schedule, here's my idea. You're like, you are a superstar and you go, okay, uh, I'm gonna take off. You go through the schedule. I'm gonna take off XYZ games. Just these are my scheduled load management games, and those are discounted tickets. You can go to the game way cheaper. You don't have to spend an exuberant amount of money. Have you seen the cost of tickets? Fucking expensive, man. And if you just like, if that was already premeditated, okay, I'm gonna do XYZ games, these games in like, or maybe like map it out. So like map it out so people know. It's like, okay, on a month to month basis, it's like, okay, if you're buying tickets for X month, and um and there's and so LeBron's gonna be, or like we'll use a better example. You'd be like, okay, so Jimmy Butler's sitting out these 5 games in the season, where he's sitting out two of the after this back to back, he's sitting out this game, right? That would make more sense. I feel like, so if the people, if everybody knew that you're not going to play, they're not going to spend the money, or you just discount the tickets or something like that. There's something that has to be fixed with that, because it does get a little annoying for sure. I can see even the upper rows are like $200, and that's for like the nosebleeds. But I get it too. Like I understand where they're coming from, but also it is what it is. But yeah, that's some of the things I really wanted to talk about. Yeah, it's, so when it comes to things like the goat debate, I've given my opinion on that though. A lot of the time, I am in the LeBron camp, right, when it comes to that. But this is this is really something that came to me recently. Kind of piggybacks off of other people's opinions, but still. Um, Michael Jordan had the greatest impact any athlete of all time. His impact on basketball, on fashion, on anything. He is one of one. He made the biggest dent in 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 sports than he has had the biggest impact. But LeBron, while having a less big of an impact, is a better basketball player. Just on that on a purely basketball level, LeBron is a better basketball player. Maybe not the best winner. Maybe not. He didn't win as many championships. Doesn't have as many trophies or things, right? But he is, when it comes to basketball, he is a better basketball player. Because this is my argument that I tell my brother all the time as well. Michael is a better like, maybe, oh, he scored more, or scored, did all this, right? But basketball is a team game, and when you put me before we, yes, you can still, you can win that way, but it doesn't all that doesn't necessarily translate. We see that, like, um oh, we'll cut that part out. But what I'm trying to say is LeBron's Michael's impact is greater. We talked about that. He has a greater impact on basketball, on life, but LeBron's what he's the better scorer, the better rebounder. When it comes to just every facet of the game, he makes his teammates better. This is the question that got me from the Michael Jordan camp, because I was formerly a Michael Jordan believer. I was thinking about it. I was like, who would you rather play with? if you were playing a pickup game with Michael, you could either choose a team with Michael Jordan or LeBron James. And when I thought about it, I was like, well, like teammates. And it's like, oh, it'd be awesome just to play with Michael. And it's like, actually, for it, I'm not getting the rock. He's not making the right read. It's like I'm just gonna sit there and watch him. Yeah, I'll sit there and watch him eviscerate the other team, but I might as well just have me on the bench because I'm not gonna be involved in the game. Whereas LeBron elevates. He's like, okay, what you do, he will make you better, essentially. So I was like, you know what? That really was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I would rather play with LeBron. And that's no like discredit to Michael. It's just like nobody wants to play with an asshole. Nobody wants to play with somebody who's just going to take all the shots. But and like and Michael Jordan is great. He is like I said, he has had the greatest impact of any person in recent history, of any sports media person ever. But that's really where, and it's really the camp that really just got me to LeBron. I was like, well, yeah, the championships are great. It's like, well, Bill Russell has 11, and okay, Michael has 6, and it's okay. He won 2 3-peats, which is insane. 2 3-peats is wild. But saying that, oh, he's 6-0, that's the only argument you need is not. It does not make sense, and it doesn't really benefit everybody. Like it doesn't. It just shows a lack of ball knowledge. Anyway, that being said, Michael Jordan, what Michael Jordan did is incredible. But I'm rambling and raving. Speaking of which, I heard one thing I thought about. This is completely out of left field. That just got me thinking about it. I thought about this while I was hooping the other day. Is whenever you can tell when somebody doesn't know anything about ball when you're playing and they're like, he walked, or you're watching a game, he walked, and like calling it a walk instead of a travel. I'm like, oh my god, oh sweet stars, like buddy, you don't know ball. You don't know ball. Anyway, that's probably gonna be the video, guys. I know this one was pretty morbid, pretty rushed. I'll probably talk more on this for sure. Because it is kind of something I last night I was just having this great. I was like, whoa, like having all these thoughts coming to my brain. I was writing them down, trying to organize them, and I'm just trying to organize them here. This was pretty shotgun, pretty random. But anyway, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out.